Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. And that was beautiful.
Oh,
that was really beautiful. Christmas is here.
Man.
And you know what that means? We're just going to profile the world more.
Oh, so it means the same thing as the rest of the year.
It does.
I love that.
Suze, this week we put out, look, I'm just going to say it. It's a bitchin' little pack.
Wow.
For a bitchin' little amp.
I love this.
Listen, so, you know, sometimes I just go, I go shopping for guitar amps. Mm-hmm. And I went to Guitar Center because I had a Blues Junior.
Okay.
And I was going to profile the Blues Junior. And I thought, you know what this needs? It needs a Hot Rod Deluxe to go with it. And then it's like the modern Fender stuff that everybody loves.
The normal amps.
So that's what I was going to do.
Okay.
But then I went to Guitar Center to go buy the Hot Rod Deluxe. Found one. Goes nicely with the Blues Junior. That'll probably come next week. Mm-hmm. Little modern Fender pack.
Nice.
But I found this little guy. It's the Ampeg Jet 2.
Not a bass amp.
No, but it's the Amp Jet profile pack.
Okay.
And so profiled it. You could see it on the screen here. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it's a nice little old
cool
amp.
Looking. Yeah.
It's cool. I don't know how old it is. They've tried to bring Ampeg amps back a number of times. They sort of have maybe a little bit of a Supro-esque kind of vibe sometimes.
I can see that. Yeah.
But they're small. They're definitely a little more. Well, they're not traditional Fender sound, but they're a little more American, I feel.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe not even. You know, it's not like Voxy.
Yeah, we were saying before the video, like it's not like you hear a Fender and Vox a lot, you know, that sound, but you plug into this and it's like something else, you know?
It's something else. And sometimes little amps what I like is they are what they are. Mm-hmm. And they sound like this. Look, you play this. And because to me, this is how this amp sounds right out of the box. It's growly, not a ton of lows, not a ton of highs. It's a small amp turned up. If you turn it up even more,
Always a good thing.
then now it sounds like this.
Rocking.
It's sort of the sound of rock and roll, like a small amp turned up. To me, it's got like a cool. It reminds me of like why I like Tweed Deluxes. You just turn them up and they're mid-rangey and they sound good. And it's sort of like, I don't know, the frequencies you want from like a cool guitar sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't have that, like you said, that big bottom end or the chiminess. It's like
it's focused
in the middle. Yeah.
So this is also a historic amp for Tone Junkie.
Really? Mm-hmm. Is that the 10th amp you profiled?
No. This is the first amp, I believe. I might be mistaken here, but I'm 99.9% positive. This is the first amp I've ever profiled that had an accordion input.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, I can't say that I can't say I've gotten a lot of requests for accordion amps, but it hasn't been zero.
Uh-huh. Is there an accordion player out there that has a Kemper? I've been waiting for this day.
I'll make this offer. If anyone plays the accordion and will use this amp and make an accordion demo, I will feature it on the site. I would please contact me. I would love to. I'll give you a full everything pack. I'll give you whatever. I'll give you, if you film it, I'll give you next year's everything for free too. I'll give you a lounge membership, and because I would love to do an accordion demo. And say that we are expanding into accordion.
I actually know a guy. I'll get back to you.
All right. Let's do
That's awesome.
I want to do this. Okay. But so what I did for the accordion input was I decided, well, there's no bright input. By the way, accordion, I tested it out, and it was a lot like what you would find kind of like normal bright, but really more like microphone and instrument. So it was clearly had a little different voicing, not as much as microphone is usually quite a bit darker than the guitar inputs. So what I did was I created these B profiles, these brighter profiles, and I used the accordion input, and then I raised the tone. And this tone was really, it was bass on one side, treble on the other. That's sort of how it was marked. So check this out. Here is B2. Here's the accordion input with the bright, the kind of a little brighter on the tone knob.
It's a good sound.
It is a good sound. To me, that sounds more like a little Fender in a way, because the speaker also seemed to me, the magnet size and construction looked like it was mimicking like the Fender Blue Label style speaker. So that would be like a Jensen or kind of JBL style speaker. It's not like it had some giant magnet or something. So that kind of like top end, a little more American high end makes sense to me. Here's B3. We turn it up a little bit, and this is accordion input, a little brighter. But you hear that lack of bass.
Right.
It's dumping the bass as you roll up the tone knob, so the B profiles have a little less, have less low end.
Like a tilt.
Chimer, exactly, exactly, like a chimey thing.
I like that, man.
I like that too.
That's
right?
really cool.
That's actually, those are some of my favorite. But you know, you can hear it. You jump back here to just the regular 3, and boom, you get it's a different vibe for sure.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of like you switch guitars a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more single-y kind of thing. On
With
the
that kind
ones.
of stuff, I actually like the B.
Yeah, me too.
Profiles.
Yeah,
Those are
me
cool.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it depends on what you're playing. You know what I mean? If you now, here's another little thing we did, because I was like, this amp's really small. I was like, you know, it'd be cool. I'm gonna cab swap it for a cab I really like.
Oh,
For
nice.
a Kemper cab, not a Kemper cab, not a cab with a K, cab with a C.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna swap it for some cabinets that I really like that were made from the Vibroverb profiles.
Oh, okay.
So I swapped some cab. So I swapped the cab out here, and now, I mean, what a difference a cab makes.
100%.
Because here is now that same 3 profile. This is now this is the bright profile with a different cab. So a little secret, I use the brighter profiles because I thought it works with this speaker a little better. But this is a Fender style. This is a 15-inch JBL from the 64 Vibroverb that I've got. It sounds like this. It's like completely
That's
different,
cool, yeah.
different vibe, different amp. Here, try that with this. Here's a Klon in front of it.
That's great, man.
They could have put a 15 in there. Look, I'll jump back so you can hear the difference. Here's that. It's the same profile, but with a different cab on it. Here's the plus.
bottom's a lot tighter and
it sounds like a completely different rig.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's a completely different rig, and that's I mean, this is another testament to the Kemper. That's true of things in real life.
Yeah,
you know, if you just put this through a completely different speaker.
Exactly.
Like I'll tell you something that's counterintuitive that people don't always realize. This reminds me of that. A lot of times, like the twin reverb, the speakers in my twin reverb are some of the darkest speakers I have in this room. And you would never pin that as like they are these Jensen they were the replacement ones, the performance series. And every time I run an amp through those speakers, another amp, I realize, wow, those are really warm, mid-range, full speakers. Big time. Much more than the greenbacks in a 412 that I've gotten in Marshall. Way more.
Because you're used to hearing that speaker in that amp.
It's paired with an amp that has all the presence. All the presence. One of the things that changes the biggest when the twin reverb goes into the Silverface era and stuff, even the early Silverface era, they get a lot brighter. It's the speakers change, are the first change that happens. And the speaker change even happens in the late 60s. And you can get, if you get a twin from 65 and you have the gold sticker Jensens, the original speakers in the blackface, compared to later you get the blue labels are a lot brighter.
Oh, wow.
A lot brighter.
Yeah,
and I go like this. You look in the back of an amp and you go, well, that's a Jensen. This is a Jensen. These kind of look alike. They're different enough that they made two different models of speaker.
Right. Yeah.
So they should be significantly different. You know, enough that there's demand for it, and a manufacturer wouldn't say, why would I want both of these?
Right. Yeah.
They have to serve some purpose. You know.
Okay, so this is kind of approximating that. Cap swap.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we're way off subject now. Yes, this approximates the cap swap.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, and it's a little speaker to a big speaker, right? This is still a 12-inch speaker, but the normal one's going to the 15-inch big guy.
That's great. The Amp Jet.
It's a bitchin' little amp. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again for the YouTube algorithm. So, if you like foul language, please give this an upvote. That's about as foul as it gets.
Right, it'll be like a little bleep, maybe. We'll see.
We'll put a little parental advisory on that. Please, here. There, now you've been warned.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I might have to flag this as coarse language now.
Algorithm.
Uh-oh. Suze, can you play us out? And I'm going to give you one of these, the big speaker profiles, and play. Can we have a Christmas tune? How about?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, play. You could play whatever you want.
Is this like a heavy profile?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Is it? Try it. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.